Greetings YouTube, you're watching Zero AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Kogan and this is a 4v4 on a normal size mainland map. We're back to 4v4 Carnage. Let's quickly rip through the players for you because there is a lot to cover. First up, Team 1 in the north of the map. In the blue, we have 4th Rome making his second appearance on Newbie Rush. Very good player. Playing as the Romans, rated 1506. One to look out for on the flanks there. In the orange, we have Boiler Arnie, I think making his third appearance on Newbie Rush. Boiler Arnie playing in the orange, also playing as the Romans, rated 1067. And big thanks to Boiler Arnie for submitting this game. In the yellow, third player playing as the Romans, we have Vendetta, who I'm sure I've covered before. Might have been an earlier game, an early game in his sort of 0D, 0AD tenure. Don't know a lot about Vendetta. Seem to remember him being a bit tentative in a game that I covered previously, but we will see how his game has come along. So Vendetta playing as the Romans in the yellow, rated 1371. Over on the other flank, a familiar figure to Zero AD Newbie Rush, Bones and Scars playing in the green. Britons as usual. He loves playing as the Britons. Rated 1328. Bit of a blunt object, good old Bones and Scars. You know he's going to throw everything at you very early on. Let's have a look at Team 2 in the south of the map. Playing as the Spartans in the grey, the big hitter for Team 2 and possibly the game, Boudica, rated 1763. Moving along from Boudica, we have in the cyan, Juan Ragnarok, who I know nothing about. They're, as I said, playing in the cyan, playing as the Ghouls, rated 1098. Over here in the red, second appearance, and a name I had terrible trouble pronouncing last time out, Kudibavshi. I can do it now. You'll probably write to me and say I've pronounced it wrong this whole time, but I don't care. Kudibavshi in the red, playing as the Iberians, rated 973. And playing as the Romans in the purple, back-to-back appearances for this chap. It's Pistol Pete playing as the Romans. So that's how many players playing as Romans? 4 players in the entire game playing as Romans. Pistol Pete, Romans in the purple, 1235. Now, one of the most interesting things is going to be how this battle between 4th Rome and Boudica shapes up. Two very good and very aggressive players. So we will see how they do. Let's just have a look at the old F-God mod and the big overlay. I won't have this up permanently on screen because it is it's 4 players each side. It's a lot bigger and a lot more intrusive on the screen. We'll stay looking at Boudica for a minute as we look at the populations. Early on, it's Juan Ragnarok down here who has really gone for it in terms of population. It looks like it's all female citizens. Bones and Scars, also a very good starter. Again, probably all female citizens. Let's have a look. Lots and lots of them. In terms of infantry, 4th Rome has definitely muscled himself up in terms of infantry and doing very well at keeping pace with the other players despite having got 11 infantry out already. Evidently expecting some shenanigans from Boudica here, and that is pretty much what you would expect. Flanks are always a dangerous place to be, especially if you have a very skillful, very aggressive player coming at you, which I'm certain 4th Rome will have. Let's have a look at. Let's run around the all the players, see how they're shaping up. So 4th Rome has cleaned up the initial berries, has barracks going down, few houses, started farming, and that infantry are being deployed chopping wood on this, what is probably going to be very much a flashpoint between Boudica and 4th Rome's territory. And interestingly, we're seeing Boudica it's sending women right out building a farm. Oh no, it's a house. It's probably going to be a farm going down here because he spied the extra berries. Let's skip round the map. That's a farmstead at the back being built there to capitalise on this hunt by 4th Rome. Nobody as yet has gone in for cavalry. Oh, Cuddy Bavshri has gone in for cavalry. He's got 13 of them. There they are. They're hunting at the moment. We'll keep an eye on them. Nobody else has gone for a cavalry force. Only Vendetta has more than one cavalry. Boilerani possibly going for cav as well. This is Boilerani up here. Boilerani has also still cleaning up the berries. Berries everywhere on this particular iteration of the map. Looks like it's possibly I think this is the temperate biome. It's a normal size map, so there's a bit more of everything lying around. Boilerani has pretty much got farming going underway. Hasn't gone in for a barracks yet. Has got the berry gathering upgrade, unsurprisingly considering how many berries there are. There is a wood line at the back, and looks like he's going to... No, this is all berries. He's absolutely throwing the female citizens of the berries. 15 of them there, may leave him a bit wide open. He has got... he's got 2 cavalry somewhere about, and they are hunting, but otherwise fairly standard start. I think that's the barracks going down right in the middle, in the border between him and his teammate over here, Vendetta. Vendetta has also gone in for a little bit of extra cav. He's got 3. Again, fairly standard build going on. Doesn't look like he's lucked out with additional berries, but there is lots of hunt on this map, so the 3 cavalrymen will come in handy. Ooh, what are we seeing here? So this is Cuddy Bavshri, who sent his 13 cavalry. At the moment, they're just standing here, sort of checking out what Boudica's doing. If you're going to learn from anyone, learn from the best. I think they're going for a bit of a rush somewhere. Doesn't look like they're going to be brave enough to pick on 4th Rome, or are they going to try and come in here? There is a big soft target of 13 female citizens. They are indeed coming in on 4th Rome. I'm keeping an eye. We'll take the F-Guard mod down for a minute so we can see this going on. In they come, a bit tentative. They could have made a quick start. Any kills registered yet? Interestingly, Vendetta has registered 8 kills somewhere. We've missed that totally. So I don't know whether that was a raid that went wrong. Cuddy Bavshri has registered 4 kills. The women are getting to safety, most of them, although that one looks like cannon fodder. How's she still alive? 9 health. They're going after this cavalry guy. They've killed the woman. I think they might finish off the cavalryman as well. That could be his lot. You don't want to go in there. There you go. So, excessive losses. 8 there, lost to 4th Rome. So, good early aggressive start by Cuddy Bavshri. And although he has got the infantry, they're all here looking out for the sucker punch from Boudica, because I'm sure it will be coming. Where are they going next? Are they going to have a go at Boilerani, or are they going back in? We'll keep an eye. I think they've just withdrawn a little while and they're going back in. Not cement. Oh, they've just come out straight into the attack, and he's pulled them away now. And they're now going. I think he's going to get a few more victims. Yeah, 9. Where is... we're going to have a look at this. It looks like at the same time Vendetta is hassling people down here as well. It's almost impossible to skirt round the map and see everything. So 3 cavalry of Vendetta generally coming... They're coming in to hassle Cuddy Bavshri down here. I don't think they're going to find any soft targets. Let's see how Cuddy Bavshri's doing. He's now moved on to hassling Boilerani. So he's got 11 kills now. And has he still got the same... Yeah, he's still got all 13 horses. It's a good early assault, although I think he's run straight into infantry now. Only a few of them there, though. And he's killing a load of them. So Cuddy Bavshri definitely going for this very aggressive attack at the front. Just going to keep checking, see what Vendetta's doing. He's still moving around. It's Boilerani under the Kosher at the moment. We'll have a look. See, we haven't really got around to see how everybody else is developing, because this is kicking off so fast straight away. Looks like Cuddy Bavshri is now losing a few of those. Yeah, he's lost 3 of those cavalrymen. I think he's going to lose a few more because there are cavalry in there. But he has got 29 kills already. So certainly making his presence felt. I think they're going to have to withdraw now because some of those are very close to death, and we get to have a look at what the other players are doing. Still no sign. Where have yeah, I think we've lost Vendetta's cavalry. Have they gone back into Convalesce? They're nowhere to be found. So they're still marauding around somewhere, possibly hunting. We'll bring up the stats again. So while that's all going on, both Boudica and Juan Ragnarok, who we haven't really looked at, they have both basically phased up to phase 2. We'll have a very quick skirt around the bases, so fairly standard setup there for Vendetta, who is sending infantry all the way through Boiler Arnie, Bones and Scars base. Bones and Scars he's done pretty well. He's leading in the population stakes at the moment. It's got 121 population, 54 infantry. It's huge. Not gone in for cavalry at all. He's not a big cavalry player. Where did Vendetta's infantry end up? They're still in the melee here. I think they're going to come down to hassle Pistol Pete. So Pistol Pete I think he must have been attacked by Vendetta earlier. So we're going to start seeing some antagonism here, I have no doubt. Pistol Pete has sort of shored up his defences. He's got small towers. Don't know if he's anywhere near going to phase 2. Still producing population, and in comes Vendetta's infantry. It's a mix of skirmishers and a couple of swordsmen, but let's have a look. Pistol Pete's registered a few kills. Vendetta, I don't know if this is as effective as he wants. He's not going to capture any of this, I don't think. It's all fully garrisoned and he has to pull back, and I think he's going to lose some troops there. So Pistol Pete, his defense is robust enough to deal with it. Still no sign of any flashpoints on this area of the map where we perhaps expected some to be. We'll have a look through, just see how this is going. So that's running away, withdrawing a little bit after that slightly scary confrontation. In the meantime, 4th Rome has also phased up to phase 2, so we will start to see phase 2 buildings appearing from Boudica, Juan Ragnarok and 4th Rome very soon. Boudica, I think, is looking to arm right up and try and go over and effectively take 4th Rome out. We're seeing a lot of skirmish going on here. It is a large scale attack, but looks like it's going to be slingers, isn't it? It's slingers and a few spearmen rather, Bones and Scars, and they are socking it to Pistol Pete at this end of the map. They've taken down that tower. They are well, they're not look like they're going to advance. They've murdered quite a few. Bones and Scars, 6 victims so far, and it looks like they're going to try and shoot this barracks into submission. I don't fancy their chances. They might get a capture if they're there long enough, but Pistol Pete's going to have to do something about this. While that's going on, we're going to flick around and see what everybody else is doing. Let's take off the F-God mod for a minute. We are seeing a bit of an assist from that lethal cavalry of Kudibavshis coming in. Don't think 10, no, now 9 are gonna. Well, yeah, it looked like Bones and Scars was gonna sort of withdraw from that attack, and they saw just how few cavalry there are, and there are even less now. They're getting absolutely cut down in droves. So. Yeah, Bones and Scars has definitely got Pistol Pete under the cosh and is socking it to Kudibavshi's cavalry. His cavalry force are now no more, and nobody else really has added to their cavalry numbers. Now, is there a chance of a capture on this? It's a half damaged. There's a very real chance that this is going to get captured. It's going. So yeah, that is now a Bones and Scars barracks. So, and he's stuck 10 slingers in it, and they're going to carry on this run of antagonism now. Some of them are going for the fields, some of them going for the woodcutters. Fair few female sisters, but a lot of infantry there. But they've definitely got a foothold in this area. Stick a tower up here and they'd be in terrible trouble. So it's not looking good for Pistol Pete, but he is fighting back. We're going to have a quick look at Kudibavshi's base while that's happening. Kudibashvi developing fairly slowly. Let's just bring up the overlay again. Lagging behind in population as a result of all his exploits with cavalry. It looks like Bones and Scars really causing trouble for Pistol Pete. He's had to bring over a similar sized force. They're arriving one at a time, so they're in a bit of trouble. A little bit of lag there as we look at it. But a big force of slingers from the Britons. That's always bad news for an opponent. If you can't match them at least, or get in close, you don't want them arriving one at a time to try and engage with the slingers. That is a suicide mission. Let's have a look at Juan Ragnarok down here. Population of 172, now leading in the population stakes. He is still at phase 2. He is in a position to go to phase 3. He just needs a bit more stone and metal. But if we're talking about go to phase 3, Boudica's already there, and he is now assaulting this flank here. That is a big force of Boudica's going in on 4th Rome, who's having to withdraw a bit. Is anybody coming to his rescue? Not immediately. 4th Rome is very much on his own for the minute. He's, no stranger to very aggressive play and having to defend. I'm not sure how many times he will have come up against the likes of Boudica, one of the top players, certainly one of the top players we've had on Newbie Rush. So let's see how effective that has been. Boudica has murdered 34 of the opponents. 4th Rome, he's defended well. There's not an easy way through. What is this force made up of? We've got Security Commandos and a hero out as well as Brasidas. So I think 4th Rome did quite well to repel that attack. He has got towers. They are fully garrisoned. He has got people in the CC. So, Boudica's not going to catch him cold. It's scary. But, he had the means to repel that, so that was good. More towers going up, but he really does need to get himself to phase 3 very, very quickly. How far is he? So, still lacking 220 stone. I think I'd be inclined to just get that in the market and go for it. Temples going up, and more. Not a lot of production going on. Let's do a roundup of the populations again. Very clearly in the lead, population-wise, is Juan Ragnarok, who hasn't really been involved in a lot of the action, but is expanding nicely. Good population, huge infantry of 147, but absolutely been clear of the action so far. Behind him, Bones and Scars, who has basically colonized this area of Pistol Pete's base. So he's done really well. He's got 184, 117. Behind him, it's a close thing. Boudica's got 168 population, 111 infantry. Vendetta, who's coming in to try and make life much more difficult again for Pistol Pete. He has got 170 population, 91 infantry, and a large number of that infantry. A good sort of, it's only a small force. You've got 11 skirmishers and 2 swordsmen. It's that same group that were marauding earlier. They are fixing up that barracks for Bones and Scars. Doesn't need a lot of fixing, but that's more numbers to come and hassle them there. Let's see, has there been any more antagonism here? This is the fortress has gone up for Boudica. Still the only player at phase 3 by a long, long way. Is this a fortress going up, or is this going to be... what's he trying to do? This is a huge amount of infantry that he's mobilized here. 34 Security Commandos. He is looking to really hurt 4th Rome's population. Population is 159 with 106 infantry. Boudica, only a slightly larger infantry, but quite a lot of them committed to this attack, plus a hero, 34 Security Commandos. He's got a whole load of skirmishers, there's a couple of priests in there. This would be brown trousers moment if you were facing this. This is change of underwear time. 4th Rome seems to be dealing with it. He has got a lot of infantry, a lot of defences. I don't know. He has committed a lot of people to. The Rams are coming in as well. So Boudica's Rams coming in, but they're being chased away by the right troops for the job. To be honest, he's got spearmen and swordsmen. Those Rams can't really stop to basically get involved too much. We have had another expansion. Well, we're seeing different expansions here. We are seeing Boiler Army gradually getting closer to this action. Might be able to lend an assist. We've also got an expansion here. It's a new CC for Juan Ragnarok, who has so far absolutely stayed out of any confrontation whatsoever. Pistol Pete is still under the cosh here. The enemy are literally at the gates. He doesn't look too phased, and his population is not too bad. It's 150 exactly, 97 infantry. But he has managed to phase up to 2, but can't get any further. Vendetta and Bones and Scars have also reached phase 3 now. So they have been subtle. I think we'll see a fortress from Bones and Scars very soon once he finishes mopping up this little bit of resistance here. Pistol Pete is making a fist of it. He is getting good kills. It's 49-51 now for Pistol Pete, hitting back. This army of Bones and Scars, although it is getting resupplied with new troops, it's not quite as sizable as it was. It's taken a few losses. What's this coming in down here? This is infantry from Kudibavshi. So they are ganging up now to try and put this off. Interestingly, Vendetta has moved quite a lot of skirmishers over to this side of the map to try and assist 4th Rome, who has now lost a barracks and has multiple Rams coming in. That is a huge amount of infantry in the middle, a big core. 4th Rome is getting kills, but not anywhere near as many as Boudica's getting. As a result, 4th Rome's population is the lowest at the moment, only 101. So it's all drama. We're seeing an assist now from Boiler Army. He's sending in a small number of troops. It looks like Vendetta is heading south to try and... I don't know what this is. Is this to try and distract Boudica? Separate is, divide and conquer type thing? It's such a small force. I don't know how effective that's going to be. Maybe they're armed up to the teeth. Quite a lot of them not in the best of health. There's 21 of them. They seem to be picking off the odd troops at random when they can. But Boudica's pretty committed to this attack. The Rams are still there, although that one's just been defeated. 4th Rome has garrisoned his buildings. He's got a tower trying to go up. I think that's going to be denied. Boiler Army is spreading this way and looking to basically... Oh, look at this. We have military colony, an entrenched military colony by Vendetta, who's trying to set up forces here. So we have a 2-team assist going on here. We're not quite going on. They're still leaving 4th Rome to it. But they have sort of colonized this proportion of the map. This will hopefully, I guess from their point of view, slow down Juan Ragnarok's sort of progress. They could really do with him getting involved. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, there's a real free-for-all going on here. It looks like Bones and Scars and Vendetta have been pushed back a bit. Pistol Pete, assisted by Kudibashvi, have basically withdrawn a safe distance. That is a fortress for Bones and Scars going up. No attempt at denying it being made, although here is Juan Ragnarok. He has sent a contingent over. It's just over 25 troops, I think. He's going to try and support Pistol Pete. At the moment, walking away from the action, so not the best angle. Vendetta is going for a sneaky attack round the back of... he was going for a sneaky attack round the back of Boudica's base, but he's now being pursued by a different army of... a different contingent of troops of Juan Ragnarok, who from not being involved at all suddenly seems to be popping up everywhere. So he's defending this market. These guys are such a small number. Maybe they're going to capture the odd house, cause a bit of disruption. There is a barracks there that could be going. So this is sneaky. I don't know if Juan Ragnarok's going to be able to prevent this, but this looks like a capture attempt. I don't know if it'll be successful, but that would certainly mess up a few of Boudica's plans. Boudica has now captured this temple in the middle of 4th Rome's base, and he's getting ever closer to that CC. The 2 rams in action there, so he's producing a gradual stream of rams, and the supporting forces, they've not been that effective so far. Let's just see how they're doing here. Did that barracks actually fall? No, so it looks like Juan Ragnarok is doing a good job of getting rid of Vendetta's sort of defending forces. They're now going into the melee here. Seemingly a limitless supply of troops there for Boudica. He really is sort of socking it to him, but not getting close to the CC just yet. They are obviously fighting in the shadow of this temple that they've captured, and it's giving them extra strength. But it looks like Vendetta and Boiler Arnie both happy to throw. It's mostly Vendetta at the moment, throwing absolutely masses of troops here, is producing them for fun. It's crazy. Vendetta has the highest population. We did have until he lost a few there, joint with Juan Ragnarok, who still seems somewhat reluctant to get involved in the fighting. Where are his troops now that he sent over here? Are they have they set up somewhere quiet? I can find a few of them. I think they might have done a suicide charge straight into Bones and Scars territory. You don't want to do that. Bones and Scars predictably has got the rams coming out. That is the Britain's only real siege weapon. Well, their only siege weapon, full stop, unless you count the Slinger's ability to take down buildings en masse. But effectively, its rams are their only siege weapon, really, when it comes down to it. We're still seeing Pistol Pete trying to develop there. His population isn't too bad. 4th Rome's still taking a bit of a pasting, but they seem to have fought. Yeah, that's a dwindling number of troops. They're now fighting outside of this safety range. But there are 3 Security Commandos and a hoplite still in the temple. Rams not really being effective. There are so many troops that can defend against the rams, but rams are Vendettas coming out now. So this is the conflict you can't take your eye off. You think if either Boudica or 4th Rome falls, that's the match decider. So there's a vested interest for both of them to either support Boudica or absolutely protect 4th Rome. 4th Rome doing a good job, but he did need the assist there or he would have been overwhelmed, I think. But good team play. Vendetta producing masses more infantry again. So it's an incredible resupply job that he's doing. Bones and Scars, I think, is shaping up for an aggressive attack. This is going to be Pistol Pete's CC going down, I'm almost certain, unless something comes over within the next couple of seconds and stops these rams. I don't think he's got all skirmishers. That CC is going down and gone. Not much support then from Kudibashri. He was over at the wrong end of the base while that was going on. I don't think Kudibashri had anything to stop that either. He's sent over skirmishers as well. So the ram is pretty much running unchecked through Pistol Pete's base. Is he in a position to rebuild? Let's have a look. He has got enough to build a new CC. Where do you put it? You want to put it out of range of the rams. There's the new CC going up. It's just a little bit further south from the original one, and I get the feeling that it may not live very long there. That's not the best location, and the people building it are going to be very vulnerable while that's going on. Let's see how the major conflict is going on. A full withdrawal there from Boudica. He's done some damage, but he's now got the lowest population himself, and probably having to resupply pretty quick. There will be more rams coming out, I'm almost certain. Is he making siege at the moment? Not in a position to make too much siege at the minute. I think he's expended a lot of energy on that attack. So you've got to take your hat off to 4th Rome, to Vendetta and to Boiler Arnie, who have solidified this area of the map. Where is Juan Ragnarok? Is he having any kind of impact on this? He's sending troops out. Vendetta's got 2 rams in here and another base going up here. So I think for all the numbers he's been able to generate, Juan Ragnarok has not really he's not produced. He's got 10 rams that can't be produced because he is at full population. Is he building? Well, he's built his star monument. He hasn't been able to upgrade it. Needs a lot more of everything basically to do that. His population is sitting at 208, so he's obviously acquired a population bonus for something there. I think it's a 200 limit game. But he can't get these rams out while he's got this many citizens. I don't know whether he would need to kill off a load of female citizens. I think possibly after this campaign over in Pistol Pete's base here, or just past Kudibashvi, I think really he needs his infantry to be here where there is clear and present danger. He has sent a contingent north to fight with Vendetta. I don't think they're going to get too much change there. He's got 41 kills. Vendetta has been far more effective. We're also seeing a good concentration. Is that a catapult? That is a catapult of Boiler Arnie going in place there. A little bit close to the front line for my liking. But towers going up. Vendetta has a presence there. This little skirmish still going on. I think Juan Ragnarok knows that just sending troops in there is not going to be enough. He is pulling in other infantry here as well. So he's decided his borders are where the reinforcement might be needed. Well, they're on the march again, so maybe not. But what is Vendetta doing? Is he just solidifying his power base in the middle? Boudica still hasn't really recovered his numbers. He's 147. He has got a couple more siege engines in production. He's now started to come under attack from this catapult here of Boiler Arnie, who's got a sizable number of troops there. Fourth Rome, in the meantime, has got his population up to 183. So yeah, bar Boiler Arnie, who's at pot max, and Juan Ragnarok, Fourth Rome has really recovered well, so that was a very timely assist from his colleagues there. We have got a small contingent of Juan Ragnarok here trying to support just in case of future attacks from Bones and Scars, who's gone quiet for the minute. He is making more rams, so I think another assault will be coming soon. So a little bit of a lull in the fighting at the moment. So this is where we're going to see a bit of consolidation. Quite wisely, Fourth Rome is building some small walls here to basically block off the easy access points to his base. The catapult is doing damage slowly and surely to this fortress. More siege on the way. I'm surprised by how long it's taken Boudica to sort of rebuild his forces. Now got 4 rams out. I think they may be going straight out to cause hassle for someone, and this infantry will be mobilized. So here goes Boudica again. Are we seeing a simultaneous bit of attacking on the other side? We'll hop back here. That catapult is not going to survive very long, I don't think. It's one catapult on its own, nothing else supporting it. There are bolt shooters there, so that's a shrewd move by Vendetta. He's got perhaps the most underrated kind of siege weapon, the bolt shooter. He is very good at cutting down infantry before they get anywhere near, and he has 3 of them. So that is good teamwork. They've pushed the rams back. So this assault has kind of run out of steam before it's even begun, and I think Boudica is just going to lose troops by throwing them in here. He is the most merciless killer with a kill rate of 387, and an enormous army from Juan Ragnarok comes to join in. I think siege engines are what they need. His rams are out somewhere. Maybe he's cancelled the order is down to 5. I don't know if he got the 10 rams out. No sign of them at the moment. Let's have a look at the overlay again. In terms of siege, Vendetta's got 5 siege engines, followed by Pistol Pete, who's got 3. So Pistol Pete has managed to get a fortress up. He's tucked it away. Where is it? Maybe he's got an entrenched camp somewhere that he's getting them out for. I'm not sure where they are. Pistol Pete has apparently 3 siege engines, and I haven't got a clue where they are. Ah, here it was. It was entrenched military camp, hidden on the side. He's got 3 rams in there, so they're going to try and sneak around the edge. Let's see how the big conflict is going. Juan Ragnarok finally throwing himself into the fighting, trying to support the rams as they go in. The 3 rams are being chased away here on this side of Boudica's, but then Boudica's troops come in. A lot of this territory that Boudica captured early on, he's had to give up. So 4th Rome hasn't really made great strides in expanding, but he is now holding his own. That structure looks a lot safer. So I don't think much is coming in through there. There are other catapults firing as well. Where are they? Ah, that's more like it. It is right in the middle of this structure here. They're coming in to try and... Oh, look at this. Juan Ragnarok has captured this temple here. He has not garrisoned it, so its loyalty will be hovering. But this is quite effective. This is not bad. So Juan Ragnarok, although losing huge numbers, that huge army that he brought over have been somewhat decimated. His losses are high for not that many kills. They're still trying to support a ram assault here by Boudica. You'd have to say it's pretty attritional on this side. There is some conflict in the middle. Kudibashi has mobilized his forces. Has he still not? He is in phase 3. He has got a fortress, and he is trying to produce some battering rams, but he's also at pot max, so he does not have the requisite space to be producing more stuff. In the end, I hear rams over here. What have we got? We have more British rams coming in again, taking out Pistol Pete's structures. So Pistol Pete has really been under the cosh, but Pistol Pete's own rams up here have been released. So 2 of them are working their way towards Bones and Scars base. That will knacker him up. He does get caught out like this quite a lot. Kudibashi is sending its infantry only. They've been hassling people, but after that initial success with the cavalry, Kudibashi has been reluctant to get involved again. They're just patrolling in the middle in case anything happens, but you know, they're neither assisting over here in this a sort of boiler point of tension here in the middle of 4th Rome's base. Again, I can't see them getting through here. The combined forces of Boudica and whatever's left of Juan Ragnarok's army there, they do not seem to be able to effectively get through this gap. The defense is too strong. There's a lot garrisoned inside this fortress. There are a lot of rams there, but maybe this is the one that takes them down. Nope, they're pulling back. So haven't got the numbers. So again, Boudica's coming up short there. The combined defenses of this cat. Oh, how many catapults have we got in there? Just the one? No, we got 2, but one is it's about to, yeah. Now the other one is deployed. So 2 catapults. Anything comes here, they're going to take a bit of a pacing before anything gets relatively near. Boudica is having to rethink his strategy. Juan Ragnarok's had his ass handed to him and has pulled out. But some rams have finally appeared. He is bringing them in. Has he got any support, or is he going to rely on Boudica's army for support? In the meantime, 4th Rome has sneaked out an entrenched military colony on this side and has got a ram of his own. So a bit of sweet revenge there for 4th Rome. He is going to cause some infrastructure damage on this side. There's nobody garrisoned in the ram, and there's only a handful of troops. It's just over 20. So 20, what do we got? 24 of them in that entrenched military colony. Meanwhile, Bones and Scars has lost his base, and 4 rams that he cannot deal with. 5 rams now for Pistol Pete. So good sucker punch for Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete's going to lose his own base here. There's no doubt about it. That was always on the cards with the Britons charged south. But at the expense of losing his entire infrastructure, Bones and Scars has taken a pasting at the home base. So I think whatever damage he does with whatever troops he's got, that could be it for his involvement. Will it be enough to knock Pistol Pete out? He's going to rely on support from Vendetta, and in it comes. That's a lot of infantry. Has he got enough troops there to take care of these rams? There are 31 swordsmen. Progressively, they will be able to stop these rams before they do all of the damage, but yeah, did Bones and Scars realise what had gone on? He's pulling back. There are still more rams loose over here. Pistol Pete has played a shrewd game. You know, he's been under great pressure. He's managed to keep his base up, and it's Kudibashvi who is assisting here with rams of his own and rebuilding work. Over the other side, 4th Rome is looking far more aggressive as Juan Ragnarok's rams get stuck in the trees. I don't think they're going to be supported too much by Boudica. That is a big army supporting them now. That is a huge force. That's 20 cav, 25 skirmishers and 5 spearmen. Maybe Boudica will charge with him if the both of them go in. But they've got an incursion of their own to deal with. There is a large number of 4th Rome's troops over here. Walls going up here as well, and we have more catapults just waiting for anything to dare try and get close enough. So this is good work. Vendetta has been largely untroubled in the middle. He hasn't expanded from here. He has got small operations going. He doesn't look vulnerable at all. His own rams coming from his own fortress way back safely over there are rolling in now, and I think they're going to try and put Pistol Pete down. So it could be Vendetta, not Bones and Scars, who inflicts the mage damage on Pistol Pete in this game. There are red rams of Kudibashvi here waiting to go in. Maybe in fact, they've actually gone in on the fortress of Bones and Scars. How's he got anything?
Yeah, see?
Kudibashvi's really going for this. I think they probably, for the speed with which the rams are going, out come the rams of Pistol Pete against a coordinated attack. They should have supported this. This would go down otherwise. Can they stop anything coming in and destroying this ram? It's going to be touch and go. That ram is still in pretty rude health, it has to be said. There's another one just offset. If they'd have committed to that fortress would be gone. And I think Bones and Scars would be in a lot more trouble. Pistol Pete, somewhat of a spectator. He is still trying to cause trouble up here, but he's run out of obvious targets to go after. So is he going to head north and try and hassle Vendetta at his home base? The CC down here, Pistol Pete's still standing. Somehow this... there goes the fortress. I was going to say somehow that fortress is still standing. They've not been able to defend it, and it's an absolute melee down there. So Vendetta, Kudibashvi, and whatever's left of Bones and Scars all fighting through. We've got rams of Vendettas, rams of Kudibashvis, and infantry en masse of Kudibashvi as Pistol Pete's trying to put up a temple in where the CC was previously to try and strengthen his position. But he's going to be taking flak from everywhere. What's going on over here? Huge force of Juan Ragnarok. Looks like they had a look at Vendetta's CC, but didn't have the muscle to deal with it. Juan Ragnarok's own siege engines have all been destroyed, so they didn't get anywhere. Looks like Boudica is now responding to this. The catapults are being moved closer. They can now shell over the... Oh, there's a couple of them out in place. Whose catapults are those? Let's have a look. That's Boiler Arnie's catapults. They've got a bit ahead of themselves. I think they're going to be left stranded. As Juan Ragnarok comes in from one side and Boudica comes in from the other. Anybody in the middle, that's a runaway job. Run away now. There's more support from 4th Rome coming in here. 4th Rome's own attacking enterprise has been stifled, so that sort of entrenched military camp has gone. So Boudica made light work of that. Population wise, Juan Ragnarok's up to 250, so he got his upgraded star building and is really going for numbers. He is pop max at 250, far more than anyone else has. But he is being somewhat wasteful with his troops. He's throwing them in like they're not worth anything, and they are causing damage, but they're getting slaughtered en masse. Let's see how the battle over here is going. it's looking pretty horrible for Bones and Scars. He's trying to get a CC up. He's being defended by Vendetta. His population has now sunk to the lowest. It's 132 with 85 infantry. Vendetta is ably defending him with catapults, slingers and all sorts, but he's got a very sick ram coming in, Kudibashi, which they've managed to get rid of. Pistol Pete still is a force. He's trying to build another CC over here. He's got another 2 rams in reserve. He's got 1 Roman ram rolling in now, but it's half damaged. It's not going to get near, I don't think. I think that's going to be a sitting target when it tries to come in on this CC that Bones and Scars has just put up. Big attack still going on here. Juan Ragnarok throwing forces at this wall with the catapult. It's a whole battery of catapults. They're gonna get slaughtered. They've got nowhere to go. They're just not supporting them with other siege. Boudica is now deciding to have a go at the middle of the map. I think he's going to try and take down this CC of Vendetta's. It's been sat there isolated, undefended for most of the game since it was built. And Boudica's saying, well, we've had enough of that. Kudibashi has... No, that's his traders. I thought he was sending some infantry in. Kudibashi still somewhat tied up in the middle here and keeping an eye out for Pistol Pete, who has pretty much fended off the attack. Vendetta and Bones and Scars, as we get a massive amount of lag on the game. Vendetta and Bones and Scars fighting this off in the middle. Let's hop over to this side. We are seeing huge numbers here, so that's why we're getting a bit of slowdown. It is large forces. That is an entrenched military camp going up on the other side of Boudica's base, and rams coming in from Boiler Arnie now, so Boudica's in big trouble. Boudica's population is good, his numbers are all there, but he is just coming up against too much resistance. Juan Ragnarok is not really supporting in the way you would hope. Boudica left to do a lot of it on his own, and he's got some pretty tidy players ganging up on him. Where is Boudica going? Is he looks like he's trying to hurt Vendetta's infrastructure here, trying to destroy his stone mines, but I'd have thought Boudica could do with all his troops back here, because he's facing a pretty desperate situation. Further down we're seeing relative quiet here. So the south of the map, where everything seemed to be kicking off, Pistol Pete is still basically laying into Bones and Scars' infrastructure and being fought off by, fighting them off himself, despite having the lower population. But everybody's now got a Boudica-shaped problem over here. But Boudica himself is being overrun by Boiler Arnie and by 4th Rome. So you'd have to question the wisdom of that decision. Hopefully we'll have a bit of a slaughter here, reduce the numbers, and we'll get a bit less lag. It seems to be easing off now. Good old 0 AD. Hope you can make out what's going on in the melee that's going on here. But it's still quite evenly poised. You would say Bones and Scars has been somewhat beaten down to submission. You can't rule him out, especially when he's got a fully garrisoned fortress there. But Pistol Pete has lost all of his rams. This is Vendetta's ram to try and defend it. Kudibashi sending rams in. I think Bones and Scars is going to lose another fortress. He's lost his CC. Bones and Scars is getting his ass kicked all over the place after that very initial opening. I still don't understand why Boudica's been so blasé about the attack that's going on. He's got most of his army over here, causing a beaten player a lot of trouble. You would say Bones and Scars has probably had it for this game. He might be able to rebuild somewhere else, but it's not looking good for him. Pistol Pete seems to have him surrounded. Vendetta is defending, but you don't want to be fighting Boudica. But Boudica is basically losing his own base. He's lost his CC. Is this part of a plan? I'm not sure. Juan Ragnarok is sending smaller contingents of troops here. I dare say they are not going to fare any better than the larger contingents of troops that he sent in. But Boiler Arnie and 4th Rome have just basically ripped through Boudica's base, and that's bad news for him. Boudica's still got a decent army, although his numbers are right down now. He's down to population 63, still more than Bones and Scars. But he's having to sort of withdraw. I don't understand that tactical move. Maybe he just thought taking out some of the other players might swing it back in their favour. I think he's got a... Has he got a base down somewhere here? We're seeing a big sort of grey... yeah, he's captured. He's actually captured that that base of vendettas that was left so unattended. So that is now Boudica territory. But Boudica's own territory is being largely levelled by this assault. Juan Ragnarok has got another 5 rams out. No, 10 rams out. He's already lost 1. They are trying to take down this military colony, and yeah, they're probably going to manage it, but strategically, does it really matter? There is a new CC going up here to reinforce this position. Boudica is not rebuilding fast enough. He's still on a population of 55. He's going to run into all sorts of problems. Where is his army? Have they holed up inside? They're not holding up inside the CC. There's a handful of them there. They're trying to build another CC over here in this area. Pistol Pete has pressed forward and is starting to cause Vendetta some problems. So it's a lot of to and fro in this game. We are 36 minutes in, and it's changed and rotated now. It appears to be the team in the south who are causing trouble on the right hand side of the map, but on the left hand side of the map, 4th Rome and Boiler Arnie are certainly showing Boudica a thing or two. I'm sure Boudica will have something to say about it if he can arm up. But Kudabashi trying to get involved now, trying to support this side of the map. I think his infantry will fall foul here, although they may well deny this CC. In comes more of Juan Ragnarok's infantry, and yeah, that CC isn't going up. So 4th Rome's attack is running out of steam, although it's not going to run out of steam before he has taken out most of Boudica's central kind of setup there. Boudica trying to build a base on a barrier on the border here with Pistol Pete's territory now. Pistol Pete has totally taken this. So after that, those early setbacks, he's bounced back really, really well. But Pistol Pete doesn't have... Well, yeah, it's got the numbers. He, in fact, has the largest infantry in the game at the moment. I don't know if he can believe the position he's found himself in. It's looking pretty good. Boudica is building an extra base here and is holding that base in the middle. Although Boiler Arnie has rams coming this way, presumably to assist in this sort of defensive maneuver here. They're trying to chase Pistol Pete down. That entrenched military camp is not going up. Those rams are going to make light work of that. So there it goes. How is... God, Boudica, has he thrown in the towel here? Down to a population of 37 level with Bones and Scars, so both have kind of... I mean, you can't write Boudica off ever because it's such a dangerous player. That base has now gone up, but immediately we have Boiler Arnie coming in on it with rams. I'd imagine that Boudica has got something that can do. He's got a hoplite, so they might be able to slow it down, but I think he's going to lose this base. Vendetta's certainly coming in to try and have something to say about it. I think Boudica has really dropped the ball in this game. Perhaps feeling he hasn't been supported strongly enough by his colleagues. His base lies in ruins. There is a little bit of loyalty there from the barracks in the middle, but 4th Rome has done really well. He didn't panic early on and held his nerve and was supported by Boiler Arnie and Vendetta. But after they came in, you can't say that any of Boudica's attacks were ever as effective again. Boudica now something of an endangered species. There goes his other CC. And Vendetta is going to try and mop up the remainder of his small sort of army. Yeah, Boudica's in terrible trouble. He has got a couple of priests there. Where is his infantry? Yeah, they're all in there. They're not going to live long. No security left, so his best units have all been slaughtered. Vendetta, just by way of numbers, has been causing the problems. Pistol Pete now taking a bit of a pasting here again. He's got rams going forward. I don't think they're going to get anywhere near. We're still seeing a stalemate here. I've lost count of how many troops that Juan Ragnarok has thrown into this fight, but it's not. Yeah, he's not attacking in a coordinated way. He is literally throwing them to the slaughter. Fourth Room's going to kill them all day. If they head up here, they're going to get taken out by catapults. They aren't getting as far as here. This territory still mostly belongs to Boudica. Boudica doing very well. He is now trying to build a CC of his own at the bottom to replace that one after that failed expansion. He has got a CC in the middle. Has he still got a hold of that former Roman CC? Looks like he's lost that. Hard to say. It was around here somewhere. It looks like it might have gone. Bones and Scars has built another base right in the middle. He's immediately got... no, I thought he was going to have trouble from Kuribashi, but this is Boiler Arnie who is supporting this side of the map now, as Bones and Scars has to start all over again. Boudica has now got his base... Well, it's not up, is it? It's going to take a little while. It's another 30 seconds away. But... and as another suicide contingent from... And they're both at it now, so... Yeah, Juan Ragnarok is just throwing bodies into this melee, as is Kuribashi. But there's no siege coming back, so... Yeah, ultimately, this looks like a suicide charge. Pistol Pete, I think, has now been fought back. He still has these areas. He isn't making rams anymore. He is still near population max, so he's got a big army. Not as many as Boiler Arnie, though. Boiler Arnie has hit that 250 mark, so he must have his star building up somewhere. Yeah, there it is over on the far side, and he's upgraded to get the extra population too. So Boiler Arnie is now a force in this game, and he has got the largest infantry and largest population. Don't mess with Boiler Arnie. So he's trying to make excursions now into Pistol Pete's territory. Pistol Pete's somewhat of a peripheral figure since that expansion. He cannot commit to attacking because he is... I think the moment he sends any troops out of this area, they are going to take a bit of a pasting by these gathered forces. In the middle of the map, we have a massive confrontation. I think that is Pistol Pete's forces being wiped out there by a huge number of troops from Boiler Arnie. There they go. So no survivors there. I have to say, a little bit disappointed with Kuribashi. He has been sending infantry in, but he's been the least effective killing machine. Fourth Rome now retreating a little bit, but he is well outside of his own territory. His rams are just destroying things in Boudica's territory with reckless abandon. Boudica has got a base up, and his numbers are going back up, so he's up to 62. He's coming back, but he got dealt a hammer blow, and it appears the southern team here, when Boudica isn't firing, they are not effective. And catapults from Boiler Arnie now being deployed on this side of the map. You get the thing, something is going to give, someone's going to fall, and it's going to be pretty disastrous for that whole team. I think Boudica being in this compromised position, although he is trying to rebuild, but it's so gradual. Huge infantry armies coming in here, but 2 rams of North Rome, 4th Rome, they are just ripping through Boudica's infrastructure still. Nobody's really been equipped to deal with that. Boudica himself trying to rebuild from a very low base. He's up to 88, so he has done a better job at rebuilding than Bones and Scars. Bones and Scars seems to be no longer a military force. He's collecting resources, trying to get his numbers back up, but it's a slow, you know, it's a long way to go once you've been taken down. However, it looks like this is a concerted attack to take out Pistol Pete. It's both Boiler Arnie and Vendetta, plus some of Vendetta's siege. Pistol Pete hasn't got much in the way of defences. He has 20 Roman swordsmen holed up inside the fortress, but he's not producing anything at the moment. As the numbers come in, they're bearing down on him, so I think Pistol Pete is going to lose yet another CC. Kudibashi has rams here that he's not deployed. He could be sending sneaky ram attacks in. He should be, really, you'd have to say. More catapults coming in from Boiler Arnie, so he's armed to the teeth. He absolutely is not taking any prisoners here. Kudibashi, I'm a bit disappointed with him. He's not been an effective later game killing machine, and he has suicided a lot of his troops trying to slow down 4th Rome. In the middle of this, that's the only thing that stands between 4th Rome and annihilating Boudica, whose population is now back over 100. That is good rebuilding from Boudica. 112, 94 infantry. He's done well. He may well become a force again, but I mean, 4th Rome, if he presses through here, this is again big trouble for Boudica. He's got the numbers. You would think Boiler Arnie would sort of join in and maybe cover this flank whilst 4th Rome smashes through. They could take him down. Boiler Arnie instead is seemingly intent on absolutely annihilating Pistol Pete over here, and Kudibashi, who is staying out of it largely on this flank and has been wiped out on this one. So 4th Rome, big army, a few rams. They're coming in to take more of Boudica's infrastructure. Boudica's population now up to 128, so he's actually got more troops there than Kudibashi has on his own team, and double the infantry. Kudibashi I've been a little bit disappointed with. I thought he could have been more decisive. As it is, I think it's only a matter of time until Boiler Arnie and Vendetta basically tear through Pistol Pete's territory, and then Kudibashi's sitting target. Juan Ragnarok still providing suicide troops to try and support, but I mean, no siege of his own. And how effective has Juan Ragnarok's attacks actually been? They've been like a meat shield, basically. They have, you know, they've slowed the opposition down, but at terrible cost. Boudica's got his forces back up to 122, 96, 102 infantry now, but 4th Rome is not going to be denied here. I think he is going to push through. Boudica is in such a disadvantaged position, and he's only in this position because he shipped off half of his, well, I say half, almost all of his infantry on a bit of a folly to the other side of the map, when he was clearly going to get attacked by 4th Rome and by Boiler Arnie. Still can't really understand what the thinking was there. In the middle of this, we also have a large force of, again, sadly, ineffective infantry from Juan Ragnarok. He has been killing. He's killed over 500. He's killed exactly 74 of the enemy's troops. Most of them seem to have been 4th Rome's troops, but I wouldn't surprise me if we look at the stats and the kill-death ratio for Juan Ragnarok is 1-to-1, if not slightly in the opposition's favour. He has been good at producing numbers, not been good at killing enough people for low losses. Fourth Rome's Rams are coming in on this CC now. That is not going to stay there. I don't think Boudica has got forces to prevent it. He's got a few Security, but 2 of them. But if they were going to go in, they need to go in now. What has he got nearby? So 2 Security, a hero, 15 hot blights, a priest, 2 priests, and a healer. Oh, they guess they've just about stopped that ram from doing the damage. So Boudica's base lives to fight another day. Another barracks going up. Counter-attack going on now. Ultimately, this isn't going to get anywhere near Fourth Rome's sort of central infrastructure. This is just chasing away an invading force and seeing how it goes. It's not decisive, and it's not supported by any siege. Well, Boiler Arnie really ramping up his development here. They're coming in for Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete is in big trouble. In fact, Pistol Pete has more or less been taken down. He no longer has CC. He has his farms, but it's Pistol Pete and Boudica who are the lowest population numbers. Now officially Pistol Pete, his infantry are being slaughtered. It's down to 90 infantry, no cav, no siege. Pistol Pete is in trouble. Kudibashi is also in trouble by proximity. They are coming in on this Iberian base, and I don't understand why Kudibashi doesn't release the forces he's got. He's got 8 swordsmen, could stop some of the rams as they come in. Will they be deployed? Huge numbers here. Pistol Pete and Kudibashi fighting off Boiler Arnie. Boiler Arnie happy to shell this fort from distance with the catapults there. In amongst that, the rams of Kudibashi are coming in to try and take out these catapults, but they're getting nowhere. There they go. They're scattering, they're trying to take stuff out on the flank. Vendetta's rams are basically destroying Pistol Pete's infrastructure. I wouldn't surprise me if we start to see some resignations 46 minutes in. Fourth Rome not looking in any danger. Boudica not growing fast enough, I don't think. A population of 124. Sorry, it's now got up to 135, so he's obviously had a big boost there, but he is losing troops in these kind of skirmish fights. Looking down, where are the majority of Boudica's population? Are they gathering resources here, fighting small skirmishes at the top? Fourth Rome comes again. He's got more siege behind him. That is his own rams. And just a nominal force from Juan Ragnarok, the great punch bag of this game, who's been losing troops right, left and centre, no matter how many he's killed. Very definite incursion now into Kudibashi's territory. He's in big trouble. You think he'd pull people back behind the walls, build some more towers, strengthen things up a bit. Not happening. Vendetta has other rams in reserve. Boiler Arnie's rams are doing the damage at the moment, as are his catapults, and nobody can get near them. This fortress surely will be coming down. Let's see how the assault on the other side goes. It's still a stalemate, but it looks like Boudica's now committing his infantry back in. Has he got a fortress back up, or has he not been able to afford one? I don't think he's been able to afford one. He's been under the cosh since losing all of his infrastructure there. He's still a good player, still good infantry play, and still far and away, well, he was far and away the most effective killer. Fourth Rome has now murdered, is that correct? 1,514 troops and rising. That's got to be all Juan Ragnarok's troops that he's been splattering. They're just patrolling in the fire, so they're not adding to this battle. They're not killing the enemy. That is a ridiculous kill count for Fourth Rome. He really is being brutal. Pistol Pete down to a population of 86. He's the player under the cosh at the moment, but still has got CC up here. Still got the ability to produce siege, although I don't think he's got the finance and the resources to, but he still has a swathe of territory. He is not short of anything, really. He's got plenty of food, plenty of wood, could do with more stone and metal, but couldn't we all at this stage of a game? But he seems to be powerless to defend against this onslaught from Boiler Army and Vendetta, which is gradually, ever so slowly, creeping into Kudibashi's territory. Kudibashi is having to pull his female citizens back. It's not looking good for them. As Ram's still bearing down on this barracks. Nobody seems to have gone for the fortress. It is very well protected. And the catapults are focusing on blowing up this this storehouse. They are not taking an interest in the fort. Over the other side, Boiler Army's got a contingent of troops in here helping out as well. Boudica is trying to reinforce and being supported by Juan Ragnarok, who has the biggest army now. He has the biggest infantry, but it's still Boiler Army who has the biggest overall population. Boiler Army has supported 4th Rome really well. Are they getting closer to Boudica's territory? Boudica trying to... well, he's not thrown any troops forward. He has large contingencies here, but his population has not properly recovered since that disastrous volley across the map. I'm thinking Boudica's going to have enough of this, and he's resigned. Boudica has indeed resigned. And so has Kudibashi. So it's falling apart now. We are left with Pistol Pete, who is still alive, and Juan Ragnarok. The writing's on the wall. There we are. We're 49 minutes in. So Boudica had enough. He knew he'd messed up. Kudibashi, I think, saw the writing on the wall when he saw all these troops coming in. Pistol Pete, I'm not sure what his plan is. He still has some infrastructure, but he's obviously going to get crushed. And Juan Ragnarok has just been like suicide charging the whole game. It would not surprise me if he's lost more than he's actually killed, and he has made a lot, so he will have lost a hell of a lot. You'd think they'd resign at this point. There's not a lot to play for. They are being overwhelmed by all of the opposition. They're attacking from everywhere. Even Bones and Scars has remobilized and is looking like an attacking force. What will it take to make Pistol Pete and to make Juan Ragnarok resign? 50 minutes in. There's very little to play for either of them. They must know what's going on. Do they really think they can pull this off? I don't know. Yet more suicides from Juan Ragnarok. You don't want to be in his army. If you're a conscript, you might as well make your will and write to your loved ones before you even ship out, because you ain't coming home. It's a suicide campaign for Juan Ragnarok. 4th Rome has played a good game. I've been very impressed with him. But it's fair to say when he needed help, it arrived in the form of Vendetta and Boiler Army. And that was enough to keep even a player of Boudica's standard at bay. And I think Boudica just had enough. He knew he was not getting through there, and he knew he messed up.
Yeah, see?
Why do that? Resign, guys. Resign. It's hopeless. They're still going. All you can say is that Juan Ragnarok is very, very good at producing the troops, but he's now... Oh, what's this? Who's this who's come in here? Oh, yeah, Juan Ragnarok has resigned. So it's all down to Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete has this small amount of territory. Juan Ragnarok just threw all of his troops in. They all died, and he gave it up. There's now a whole load of factionless troops that the northern team will have to take down. But essentially, it all comes down to Pistol Pete. He has got population of 62. All of those are infantry. Some of those are stood inside this building. Some of them are stood outside of it. But this is the single point of resistance. Are they all going to descend en masse on Pistol Pete? In they go. Pistol Pete, resign. It's over. Give it up. Whatever terms they're offering is going to be better than slaughter. Come on, guys. 51 minutes and 30 seconds down. Pistol Pete is facing the inevitable. Has he got a trick up his sleeve? He has no siege. He has no hidden army. He is down to a population of 62. And that 62 are in no rush to throw themselves into a suicidal battle. Boiler Arnie is bringing the big guns to bear. It's only a matter of time. He's got everything ready to fire at Pistol Pete's ragtag remaining army. Come on, Pistol Pete. Throw the towel in so we can all go down the pub. That's what we're waiting on. That'd be really annoying if he waits until the army are in place and then resigns. That would be a pain. But the end is coming. It's just a matter of when. Alright, I think we'll speed this up a bit just so we can see. We're waiting for Pistol Pete to resign. What do you reckon? Let's put it on insane and see how it goes. So they're coming in. There's Pistol Pete's infantry. They're not able to stop rams. There's a catapult waiting to set up. There's 3 catapults, 4 catapults waiting to set up. And a whole load of infantry. Pistol Pete's population is now falling. Give it up, man. Give it up. It's all over. Let's see. We want to see a conclusion. We want to see blood. We want to see the end. There goes the military colony. Here comes, there goes the CC. There go a load of infantry running away. Population down to 43. How does he finish it? It's Boiler Arnie who I've been really impressed with. Have some honour there. Don't hide in the woods. Population down to 30, 29, 28, 26. Dropping. So slaughter there. We can see the troops. They're hiding up there in the trees. They're coming out one at a time. Population of 3. And those 3, well, 2 of them there. There must be another one somewhere. Yeah, that's the end of it, surely. Get them on. They can't. There's nothing left to fight for. How long is it going to take him to resign? We're just waiting for the ending. Should we put on fast forward just to get there? See how long it took. Get on then. Well, 5 times speed. He should give it up now. He's still going. I can see 2 of... Yeah, there's 2 of Pistol Pete's infantry there. What's everyone else doing? Are they just going to chuck it in? Population of 2. They're hiding in the bushes. There we go. So that is the end. Pistol Pete blatantly defeated at that point. Let's bring up the stats. Huge numbers involved in this. Look at this. 4th Rome ended up having to train over 1,000 troops, killed 1,853. So that is monumental. Lost 800, which is big losses, but that is a very, very productive, sort of kill rate there. Let's start with the scores, shall we? So highest scorer in this game, 4th Rome, 35,240 versus 32,363. Juan Ragnarok, that's going to be all economic, I think. Certainly was not military. Yeah, fairly average military score. Boudica disappointed me. I was expecting huge things from Boudica. I don't quite know what happened there. Kodibashi was not a competitive force really ever in that game. Pistol Pete put under the cosh early on by Bones and Scars and Vendetta. Did have some success against Bones and Scars, certainly limited his effectiveness. But for me, the 3 stars of the show were Boiler Arnie, Vendetta, and 4th Rome, who held together well. They kicked Boudica out. They were able to take anything that Juan Ragnarok threw at them. Juan Ragnarok threw everything at them and lost most of it. So he raised 1,600 troops exactly, of which he lost 1,506. The kill-death ratios are going to be crazy for this. So Fourth Rome 2.24, very, very respectable. Boudica 1.21, Boiler Arnie 1.24, and 1.32 for Bones and Scars. But yeah, Kuribashi and Juan Ragnarok not effective. They are the lowest rated players in the game. Boiler Arnie is also supposedly in that bracket from similar amounts of games, but I thought he outplayed both Kuribashi and Juan Ragnarok. Good performance, I thought. If you're going to say player of the game, I'd say it's a tie between Boiler Arnie, Vendetta, and Fourth Rome. They stopped the real danger player in Boudica from doing exactly what they wanted to do. And Boudica did not get the support that they did from Juan Ragnarok, Kuribashi, or Pistol Pete. So let's have a quick look at the text. Who armed themselves to the teeth? So Boiler Arnie and Fourth Rome both got World Fight, which is definitely something you want to be getting. They both got the full armor and they both got the ranged upgrades. And eventually, Fourth Rome got the swordsman upgrades. Juan Ragnarok armed up with everything, but it was hopeless. He just didn't ever commit enough of the numbers to support them with siege when it was required. Boudica, Kuribashi, and Pistol Pete improved their infantry a bit, and they didn't get will to fight, and ultimately they just kept losing more troops than they were making. So congratulations to Team 1, congratulations to all 4 players. They all had their moment, but a comprehensive win. I think as far as teamwork goes, the 4 of them worked together much better, especially Boiler Arnie, Vendetta, and Fourth Rome. Really, really good game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to be notified of future episodes. If you'd like one of your matches featured on the show, see the video description of how you can submit your replays. And if you can't wait for the next episode, then why not check out these playlists in the end titles for more replays, commentary, and tutorials on 0 AD Newbie Rush. I'll see you in the next video.